let's go make these no-sew patchwork shoes. But first, always remember to share this so it will save to your profile and you can find it when you're looking for it again later. So evidently I'm into the no-sew everything currently because that's all I've been doing is no-sew, tying and gluing. And in this case, I'm using this HeatnBond liquid vinyl. So when I was in Chicago, I went to the HeatnBond booth and there were tons of products that I use that I know you use and a ton that I didn't know what they were. And there's a sweet lady named Dawn and she helped me know all of the things. And I can't wait to show y'all how to use all of this. So this is liquid vinyl and it goes on, it's just liquid. You put your fabric on top of it and then you paint a little on top of that and it's kind of genius. Okay, so I've made one complete pair. And these are a gift for someone, and I can't say who because it's a surprise. These are a gift. And then these are mine that I started. So I have one shoe finished and one shoe we're gonna do together. But I'm gonna show you how I did it so that you'll understand because y'all have all the questions and I wanna give y'all all the answers. The first thing I did was chose some patchwork cheater print fabric. Now, obviously this is mine, the Little Ladies collection that I have. I laid the fabric on top of my shoe and I cut out the pieces that I needed. And I cut two of every one for the left, one for the right. Actually, I cut a whole stack, whatever I had, because I had a couple of these shoes to do and I needed some smaller pieces to fill in some holes. So I have this piece for the front, and I'm only doing just a little piece of the tongue. You can come all the way up the tongue, but there's place in here for your shoelace to go through, and if you come up the tongue it covers that up. And on the last pair of shoes I covered that up and my tongue stays down in my shoe all the time. It's aggravating. That's the only thing that I don't like about them. Everything else is perfect. The shoes are so comfortable and you wouldn't think so for a $20-something pair of no-name canvas shoes, but they are super comfy. So I have this, and then I have this HeatnBond liquid vinyl. I also have this 1-inch foam brush. So I'm just gonna put some liquid vinyl on here. It's kind of jelly-ish. And then I'm gonna make sure I have a coat on here and I'm gonna lay the fabric on top of it. Now, I free-handed my pattern pieces, and y'all know, for whatever reason, that is one of the talents God gave me. But some of my ladies, specifically my Tuesday ladies, do not have the same talent, and they're like, Tammy, will you cut this for me? Sure, I'll cut it for you. And then they finally decided that they wanted to figure out how to do it themselves. So what we did was we got a piece of parchment paper or wax paper or tissue paper, something thin, laid it on their shoes and traced around the pieces, and then they were able to use that as a pattern, which worked really well. Now, I put just a thin layer down, just enough to make my fabric stick, just so it wouldn't move around. And now I'm going back and putting another layer on top of it. And I'm trying to make sure my fabric comes down and meets the edge of my shoes where I want it to, so it looks pretty when it dries. That's my plan. But I don't really want it on the white part of the sole of the shoe. And your instructions say to do this somewhere that it's safe for this to get. I'm just gonna clean my cutting mat off when I'm finished, but I think I get a new one today or tomorrow because I've told y'all I replace mine every 3 months. I have an Amazon subscription because I go through them. I cut so much on my mat. So I did the same thing. Put some liquid vinyl and then my piece of fabric. Okay, after you put your piece of fabric on there, then you want to put a generous amount of liquid vinyl on top of that. Make sure it's soaked and that it's sticking down. And we'll go back and wipe the sole of the shoe off all the way around so that we don't have this on the white part of our shoe. Now, when you cut out your pieces, cut them mirror image, meaning you need one to go on each side, but they're exactly the same if one is laying on top of the other with pretty sides touching. Like this goes on my shoe, this goes on one side, this goes on the other side. Do you see how they're the same piece, although they're mirror images? Because this would not fit on this side of my shoe, but this will fit. So just make sure you get mirror images when you cut your fabric out. Now, I did these yesterday because I wanted them to dry so I could look at them before I did this tutorial. And I don't know what I don't know. So I used it yesterday. I was very pleased. But I think I need different shoelaces, don't I? But you know what I was thinking? I was thinking we'd put a piece of ribbon in there. instead of a traditional shoelace. But then at some point I start to look like a 12-year-old girl. Like, do I need pigtails to wear this? So what do y'all think we should do for shoelaces? Colored shoelaces or ribbon, or do y'all have a better idea? Because y'all have the best ideas ever, and every time I ask for them, I'm amazed with what y'all come up with, because y'all think of things that would never have occurred to me. See, look how fast this was. So easy to make these shoes. And now I have them for when I head to Missouri for MSA, Missouri Star Academy, to teach classes for a couple of days. And I can't wait to give these surprise shoes to their owner. So cute. So cute, and so fast. Now, we just have to let them dry so we can wear them. Tomorrow, I'll be able to wear them tomorrow. Look what you just made in just a minute. The cutest thing ever. I'm just taking just a regular paper towel and I'm gonna run it underneath this fabric all the way around the shoe to get this extra liquid vinyl off. And then we're gonna let them dry and they'll be ready for their first outing. How adorable that is. My name is Tammy. I'm your favorite sewing teacher, and I would love for you to come sew with me.